welcome back to the BNS channel. My name is Edie. I've been a consultant for about 14 years. So today I wanted to share with you the concept of, if you think about it as a full-time job, you're going to get full-time results. If you think about it as a part-time job, you're going to get part-time results. And if you view it as a hobby, you're going to get hobby results, right? And so real quick, I just want the understanding to be that Scentsy is a beautiful catalyst to some amazing things. It's gonna be. But you are only going to get the results of the efforts you put in. Meaning that if you are working it, and listen, if you want it as a part-time job, then that's perfect, right? Put in the part-time effort that is needed. If you go to a part-time job, you're still going to work during those hours. You're just not going to probably do 40 hours. You'll probably do 20, right? If you want it to be a full-time job, maybe you want it to replace your corporate job or the job that you're running to every day, then you're going to need to put full-time effort into it in order for it to replace your full-time job, right? You can't expect to put in 20 hours a day, or I'm sorry, a week, 20 hours a week, and have that 20 hours replace your 40-hour job. Think about that. So that means that if you're wanting your job to be replaced by Scentsy, then you're probably going to have to put in 80 hours a week. You're going to have to do 80 hours a week at your full-time job, and you might have to do 80 hours a week at home or on the weekends, right? A lot of that 80 hours or that other 40 hours can come from your weekend time, right? So if you're putting in 8, 10, 12 hours on the weekend, then all you have to do is a couple hours a night during the week, right? Think about that, okay? So it might have seemed a little overwhelming when I said you're gonna have to put in 80 hours, but think about that, right? So if you're putting in 24 hours a weekend, right, you're only needing to supplement the rest of your week by a couple hours, right? So 36 hours is considered a full-time job. But the concept that I'm wanting you to understand and to grab is that it will take a full-time effort to replace a full-time job. It will take a part-time effort to replace a part-time job. Maybe you are working another part-time job on the weekends and during the week at night, right? And that's what you're wanting to replace. Then you're gonna need to put in the time and effort to make that happen. Scentsy is not a job that is just gonna happen. It's just, people aren't just gonna show up at your door saying, I want Scentsy. They're not gonna just show up in your inbox saying, I want Scentsy, without you having put in an effort to make sure they know that you sell Scentsy. And doing income producing jobs like handing out samples or letting people try the product, right? You're going to need to put in the effort. Don't think that you're coming in here and it's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no effort being put in. Now, is the job simple? It can be. It can be super simple, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to put in effort to make it happen. And when I say effort, I'm talking about income producing activities that are going to bring in new customers, bring in new consultants to your team, right? Now, can you make a living on just sales and Scentsy? Absolutely. Some people do. Do you want to have a little bit of an easier time bringing in that income? Then build a team. You have the choice. Just do sales or both, recruiting and sales. Now, there are people that are just recruiters, kind of like the Army. They're just constantly helping people start their own business. There's somebody who is what I call serial entrepreneurs, where they're going to help other people create futures for themselves, and they do the minimum in sales, right? You have that choice with this business. That's why it's not considered as pyramid scheme, because you have the choice. You can do just sales, You could do just recruiting with a little bit of sales just to stay qualified, or you could do both and you could do it very well. And you could build a business that is a replaceable income for a full-time job. This is a full-time job for me, right? You do what works for you. You run the business the way that it works for you, along with the corporate compliance, right? There's going to be corporate compliance. It's kind of like a franchise, where the franchise has rules that you have to maintain in order to be able to continue to sell that product. Scentsy has the same thing. But the reason that I'm doing this video today is that I want you to understand that it is effort that's going to give you the results that you're looking for or wanting. You know, so many people join this business and they sit there waiting for the sales to show up. They sit there waiting for somebody to join their team and not doing the income producing activities that it takes to make that happen. And then they complain because their business isn't doing anything. Well, I'm sorry, neither are you. Right? If you ain't doing anything, why should your business? You know, I use this analogy a lot. It's either you're handing dollar bills out to people personally and specifically and intentionally, or you're throwing dollar bills up in the air and you're hoping somebody catches one. It's not the way it works. All right? So anyway, I hope you found this of value, because sometimes I think we need a kick in the butt to get going, to do the things, and to put the effort in so that you get the results that you're actually looking for. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.